Not all games need to be difficult or have a gripping story. Some can be just as fun, with repetitive gameplay and a basic plotline. Stardew Valley, for instance, is a game about a protagonist who inherits their dead grandfather's farm. You assume the role of this character and build your farm. Though, this isn't the first time to do that. Let's go back to the year 1996, where a cult classic franchise would stem from the ground: Harvest Moon. There may be some confusion here as to why the title is Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons. This Redditor, Tag727, explains this. The Japanese series Bokujo Monogatari, directly translated as Ranch Story, was developed by Victor Interactive, which later was acquired by Marvelous Entertainment, and is now called Marvelous Inc. From 1996 to 2013, Bokujo Monogatari was translated and distributed for English-speaking audiences by Natsume under the name Harvest Moon. In 2014, Marvelous Inc. decided to have the Bokujo Monogatari series localized by their American publishing brand, Xseed Games. Natsume owned the rights to the name Harvest Moon, so the English name of the series was changed to Story of Seasons. What this means is, Natsume owns the name Harvest Moon, but has nothing to do with creating the Harvest Moon games. Marvelous Inc. are the true publishers of the series, and has to change the name Harvest Moon to Story of Seasons to avoid a lawsuit from Natsume. It's quite hard to wrap my head around, but I think I get it. Now, with that history lesson over, the Harvest Moon Story of Seasons franchise has quite a bit of merchandise, stemming dozens of games, including spin-offs. They really want to milk the series for all it's worth. Also, just so we're clear, I will not be including all posters or adverts due to there being way too many. Any game that doesn't have merchandise won't be mentioned. Now, let's get to farming for Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons merchandise. Harvest Moon debuts on Super Nintendo in 1996, and this guidebook was published in Japan for the game. Then Harvest Moon was ported to the Game Boy in 1997. Japanese players were blessed with a self-proclaimed perfect guidebook for the game. Harvest Moon transitions into 3D on the Nintendo 64. Prima published a strategy guide for English players. And of course, there's a Japanese guidebook. Harvest Moon on the PlayStation? More likely than you think. As a pre-order bonus, you've got a smiling cow plush. One of, if not the most iconic faces in the Harvest Moon franchise. The next game is A Wonderful Life, and the smiling cow plush is reused as the pre-order bonus for those who missed out. Friends of Mineral Town was another Harvest Moon game, released the same year as A Wonderful Life, and this Muku Muku plush was given to 30 lucky people who bought either game. This shirt was a promo for A Wonderful Life, which has the game's logo and some of the characters. The only game books, guidebooks, yeah I read that right, are in Japanese, like a vast majority of them for the franchise. Harvest Moon 3 and Friends of Mineral Town, for instance, have guidebooks in Japanese. Another Wonderful Life, and it's better because of this dog promo plush. Likely a pre-order bonus for the game. Harvest Moon DSQ focuses on female characters. In Japan, saw the release of a guidebook for the game with the manga-style art. This pig plush was part of a lottery prize for Harvest Moon Magical Melody. 500 of them were big, 2,000 were small, making only 2,500 winners in total. Another plush is this sheep. The guide is by Bratty Games this time around. If you pre-order the Harvest Moon DS, you'd get a cow keychain. Stonks! Harvest Moon Boy and Girl is a game for the PSP, and the only item is this guidebook in Japanese. This Chicken and Chick plush was a pre-order bonus for the Isle of Happiness. Bratty Games published the English strategy guide, and there'd be 2 in Japanese. Once again, Bratty Games publishes the next English guidebook. This one is for Tree of Tranquility. Exclusive to Club Nintendo is this Jumbo Ushi-kun plush. The Smiling Cow plush was re-released, yet again, for Harvest Moon's 10th anniversary. This duck plush is from Harvest Moon Animal Parade, likely a promo. Bratty Games will publish the guide, you get the idea. At GameStop, if you pre-ordered Harvest Moon DSQ, you'd get this cute black cat plush. The guide for Grand Bazaar is in Japanese, and there's this horse plush from the game. Sunshine Islands has an English guide by Bratty Games and a Japanese guide. Also this pig plush. Tale of Two Towns only has one guide and it's in Japanese. Another plush for the collection, and it's an alpaca. A new beginning would see the release of 3 new plushes: the Quirky, the Big Cow exclusive to the Natsume online store, and the Yak. At E3, this dog plush with the blue bandana was given to those who played the demo of Harvest Moon Lost Valley. There's a 12-inch and another small dog plush as well, but they aren't super exclusive. Other plushes include the Panda, 12-inch Rabbit, and 15-inch Chicken and Chick. In 2014, Story of Seasons became the new Harvest Moon, and this Angora Rabbit plush was likely a pre-order bonus or some sort of promo. Harvest Moon still exists since Natsume has the rights for the name, and Seeds of Memories was the next title. This Chick plush was an E3 exclusive item for said game. Skytree Village had a limited edition with pins and a soundtrack. Plushes for this game include the Bobcat and Bluebird. If you pre-ordered Story of Seasons Tree of Towns, you'd get a Capybara plush. Then there are these DX plushes. Another cow plush, and this one is from Harvest Moon Light of Hope. That game would get a 20th anniversary guidebook and cow figure, a collector's edition of the game, and a limited edition. If you pre-ordered Harvest Moon Mad Dash, you'd get this squishy sheep keychain. Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town pre-order bonus was this strawberry cow plush. Harvest Moon One World, there's a collector's edition for it. Cool! Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town would get deluxe and premium editions. Plushes released for this game include an alpaca, an extra large bubble and strawberry cow plush, turnip XL plush, and so much more. On Twitter, a lottery was held and 10 lucky winners would receive an Ushi-san face towel from Story of Seasons. Harvest Moon The Winds of Anthos has a launch bundle, collector's edition, and the ultimate edition. There's also the Sleepy Cow plush. Story of Seasons A Wonderful Life has a physical edition and a goat plush, which is the goat for a pre-order bonus. If you pre-ordered Harvest Moon One World, you would get this plush of a Sasquatch. By Good Smile Company is this Story of Seasons Nendoroid of Farmer Claire. This is the first piece of Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons merch by Good Smile. Hopefully, we'll see more in the near future. Quantity over quality was how Harvest Moon series went. It had good titles to some mediocre ones. Though if all games were good or perfect, would we even be able to appreciate them? Harvest Moon Story of Seasons are some of the more well-known farming sim games outside of, say, Stardew Valley. Games need heart and soul to thrive, not copy-paste cookie-cutter titles to make a quick buck. It's sad how capitalism has killed the art scene by forcing us to push out projects that need more time or the originality that the world may not accept. Some of us lose heart and burn out, but money is needed for us to survive. Though, is it really living if we constantly push ourselves beyond our limits for green paper that we've grown to resent? Life is an experience that all of us deserve to enjoy to its fullest. But how can one do that when we can barely afford to survive? Ouch, got a little existential there. Sorry, but this is how I've been thinking as of late. I encourage you to support yourselves first, and then those that need it. Free support you can give is by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I refuse to go back to washing dishes. They'll never take me alive.